And that tops our news tonight at 11. Just hours from now, the two men convicted in a Grosse Pointe woman's murder will appear in court together.
Joe Gentz, Bob Bashara, the two names that come up when talking about the death of Jane Bashara, and one could now be the key to the other getting a second chance.
Sean Lay is live with calls that show a side of Joe Gentz that we haven't seen before, Sean.
That is correct, Kimberly. We're here at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice bright and early tomorrow morning. This man, Bob Bashara, will be back inside a courtroom. He's wanting a new trial. Joe Gentz will also be in that same courtroom tonight. We're hearing Gentz's new story about this entire case through his jailhouse phone conversations. Joe's jailhouse calls reveal that the admitted killer of Jane Bashara is still trying to be a father while behind bars, telling his daughter that she'll need a college degree to get a good job.
I want you to do better in school, though, okay? You promise me?
I'm trying.
Look, if you have a problem, get some help. Ask the teacher. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
I mean it.
The calls also reveal that Gentz thinks about Jane Bashara and her family.
I think about it all the time. I think about the kids. I think about everything. I feel about her family. I feel everything. I hurt because of that every day.
Gentz, in a series of calls and interviews 2 weeks ago, also reveals that he's well aware of the bombshell he's dropped in this case.
I know there's a affidavit out there. I do know that. Okay, the affidavit, I'm not even going to talk about that part of it.
An affidavit transcribed by an inmate features Joe Gentz doing a 180 that could turn this case on its head. Gentz saying he killed Jane Bashara, but his story is now changed, saying Bob Bashara was not there, not in the Bashara garage, ordering him to do it. When asked if Bob hired Joe to kill his wife, his answer now.
No.
And then Joe says this, that Bob wasn't there, that Bob didn't hire him to kill Jane, and that there were other people at the scene of the murder.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. There was actually 4 people in the same place. That's it.
Gentz's new story could get Bob Bashara a new trial. Joe says he'd like to see Bob walk free.
I'm glad if he walks. I don't care.
Back here live against both men. Back in court tomorrow, bright and early, 9 o'clock in the morning. Of course, Bashara's attorney hoping to question Joe Gentz. If that happens on the witness stand, it'll be the first time we've heard from Joe Gentz in this case under oath. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Well, Sean, it's hard to see how he walks because he's still in trouble for trying to have Joe Gentz killed in prison, which was a separate matter. But I guess what is the understanding about why Joe Gentz is changing his story?
Yeah, we went through so many of these phone conversations now in evidence here, Devin. Here's the deal. He never mentions why he's changing his story. What he does mention a lot is that he's very upset with Wayne County prosecutors about their handling of him in the case. That may be a motivating factor. We'll see if he certainly gets questioned about that tomorrow morning.
We sure will, and we will have it covered for you then. Kim?